I don't like it. Then we are gonna have to pull this up more.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start cutting these back so that we can get the tray to rotate up more and get this up higher. I think it's gonna look sexier anyway.
I do too.
Back. It's your favorite part, so.
I mean, it's gotta look good.
Yeah. What is up, Lite Brite? Well, I wasn't even on the screen that time. Hey, what's going on, Lite Brite Nation? So, I'm back from getting the Demon Child tune. Chris is back from California, and I just got him a new present for the shop. This big diesel burner, because it gets freaking cold here. Anyway, Beck and I sat down last night, and we went over the list of everything that should get done over the winter. Right.
That thing's loud.
Wow. Pretty sure that's gonna heat this place up.
Yeah.
I'll shut that off for a second. Woo! So Beck and I sat down last night and we made lists of everything we need to go over, and we came up with 11 vehicles, like 8 of which
We didn't even mention
mine.
the trailer.
I just was gonna say we didn't do the trailer
Yeah.
or Brittany's buggy.
Nope, we didn't.
So that's 13. We have 13 vehicles that need work done.
Now, mind you, when we're talking about Britt's buggy, it's like the front ram needs to be rebuilt, which
Yeah.
should take two hours maybe.
We always say that. And we find cracked knuckles and we find other shit.
We're not finding cracked knuckles. We're just gonna take the cylinder off, rebuild it, put it back on. That's what we're doing.
So yeah, like there are things that just need like little things, but there are literally 13 vehicles right here on the property that need work done, and most need to be done before like spring. So this is the what'd you call it? The Chronicles, the Lite Brite Winter Chronicles.
Yeah, the Winter Chronicles of Lite Brite.
Yeah, so we're starting that now. Wait, we already started that actually. So anyway, Beck's LJ's up back on the lift, the frame's under it. This thing's getting fixed up and done and out, and what we've been waiting on was to pick this thing up. So this is I don't even know, it's supposed to heat up to 5,000 square feet. So I just got him the biggest one I could find. And I'm curious how long it's gonna take to heat up the shop. But
what was it here yesterday?
I know it was 19 one day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
been cold.
It gets cold. So this is what you guys are gonna see. Now we will go do some fun stuff as well, but as of now, y'all get to finally see Beck's Jeep, this thing get done and moved, and Beck's Jeep come to life.
Can't wait to drive it. Cannot wait.
Woo, boy. So there is no low, it just has a temperature.
Yep.
You know, sometimes it's just the simple pleasures in life. I mean, come on, let's be real. Being comfortable in the shop, whether it's too hot or too cold, sucks. So that's what we got for now. The summers really here are great, so we don't really need to worry about cooling. Not yet.
Chris and I got the knuckles on the front axle of the bouncer. And right now, Chris is looking up some parts for the bouncer. You definitely need some parts. And then he's going to look into the rear axle. And in the meantime, I've got the welder out, and I'm gonna get ready to weld this truss on my front axle. I'm just going to tack it and weld it up. I'm gonna throw in a little piece of information real quick for you guys. So I went ahead and I tacked up the truss in place. And the next thing I'm gonna do is weld the internal gussets that are in there. Because if I was to do that after welding the truss on completely, I would be leaning on really hot metal, which wouldn't be fun. So that's just something that I feel like could be easily overlooked. So I thought I would mention it to you guys and maybe help some folks out.
The window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a
Got bolts?
Almost.
Almost?
Almost. Putting a list together.
Couple more?
Putting a list together.
Well, these are welded on.
Just killing the game, folks. Killing the game.
I'm surprised this one came out so good just because that was on cast.
Oh, God.
I don't think she's going anywhere.
Nope.
Got the tops welded up too. Sweet.
Let's get her under there and get some taps put on.
Heck yeah.
Maybe later. We gotta.
I know, bouncer. Yep, bouncer might be next. Well, cool. There you have it, guys. Truss is complete.
Well, good morning, YouTubes. And in typical Chris fashion, Beck left me unattended last night, and I get focused on something, and the next thing you know, I've done it, and I didn't show you anything. So let me show you what I did last night. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. So, last night, as you know, Beck got her axle truss all welded up, and the thing looks killer. Like, she did a great job. Well, we're going full hydro, so this is the skid, the front skid from Barnes 4-wheel drive for a full hydro skid that goes on the face of that. Now, yes, this is for an early Dana 60, not necessarily the Dodge Dana 60, so the diff is offset towards the center a little bit more, which I like, because then it keeps the diff out of the way of the frame, which is why we built this axle originally. This skid goes on the face of this for a full hydro mount. Well, as you can see, I may have got in here last night, and this is supposed to be over there, but it needs to be over there. So I chopped all that out, made that fit, tacked that in. And because we're running a 4-inch tube, these are for 3-inch tubes, I had to cut back about 3/4 of an inch off of all of the face of this to sink it into the axle more where it should be in space. So that's what I did last night. And I got it all re-tacked up. We cut all these back. And now I will show you how we're gonna finish this. So you take it all apart. Take all these guys out. They're all keyed. It goes together very nicely. And whoop. So you can see what I did. I basically just traced it out and I cut, I think we moved it over about 3/4 of an inch here. So I cut that piece off, moved it over, tacked it back up, and now I have to fill this gap. And yes, I've already done that too. So this guy goes here. So this is all gonna get welded back up and then ground down, and you'll never even know, oopsies, you'll never even know I moved it over. So I'm gonna weld that guy in there, and then this corner down, whoopsies, and then this guy goes there, and then I'll grind it all out, and you'll never even know it was there. So let's get started. I mean, come on, I can't let Beck have all of the fun welding. Like, you know, that's what I like to do too. So here we go. And that is how you get rid of the gap. I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty flat. It's very flat, actually. I think I did a pretty good job. I don't know if you could see it. You can see the difference in metal, but it's flat. All the marks are gone. And now it's offset that 3/4 of an inch. We do have to put the drain marks back in here so that this doesn't fill up with water when it's on. So we'll have to cut these guys into it, you know, so that it can drain. But I'm gonna let Beck do that because that's her favorite part. But I wanted to play a little bit, so I built that.
So you guys know that Chris already got this completely cut up to fit my axle perfectly. He did go ahead and he got some welding in for once. I am currently going to go ahead and plasma cut little notches out just so that whatever gets caught in this tray between like mud, water, sand, any of that, that way it'll be able to drain out easily. So I'm gonna plasma cut here, 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 and here. And then after that, the plan is to get out the welder and we will get this thing onto the axle. Uh-oh, what do you got, Chris? Oh. He left. Did you bring a present?
Oh. I just got a welding cart from Harbor Break.
Harbor Break. It's for the plasma cutter, right?
For the plasma cutter, so we can not have to put it away and take it out and put it away and take it out, put it away, and then take it out and then put it away and then take it out and then put it away and take it out and then put it away. Now we just wheel it away and pull it back out.
There is one thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that kind of made me laugh. For those of you that thought that I was not wearing pants in my Instagram stories while I was welding, it was very comical because there's no way that I would not wear any bottoms while I was welding. But I guess I could kind of see, you know, how the khakis would make it look that way. They are pretty skin tight too. So today I have on navy, these are like super soft pants that don't mix with my skin complexion. So yeah, definitely always wearing pants, never pantsless.
Pretty sweet. And all the gaps fit. Weld that up.
Okay, so fitment is where it's supposed to be, and
I might assemble it first. I might assemble it all up first.
Before
we weld.
Okay.
Let's assemble it.
Okay.
Work. I don't like it. I don't like it.
We put it all together just to make sure that everyone was happy and worked with one another. And it doesn't, it's not looking too good.
The angle is too sharp up. We got to rotate the ram up more to get it more in line with the high steer. These Dodge knuckles are so high steer
Yeah.
that we are going to have to pull this up more.
Yep.
So
we're gonna close in the tray, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start cutting these back so that we can get the tray to rotate up more and get this up higher. I think it's gonna look sexier anyway.
I do
so
too.
It's back. It's your favorite part, so we're gonna make this
I mean, it's
thing.
gotta look good.
Yeah, it does.
Function first, but you know, looking good second.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to cut this thing up and rotate it. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna give you guys a better look at this before we completely change it up. You see the angle of this arm, how steep it is?
So when you're really pushing up against the rock, it's gonna wanna push this down and try to push that up instead of pushing it straight out. So we're just gonna try to get the ram up a little bit higher so it's more linear.
Yep, so this whole tray is gonna move back and up.
All right, let's get to cutting. All right, so after a little bit more cutting, we got this sucker pretty rotated up. She loves it. She loves how that's starting to look. So we are gonna have to cut these corners off because we're gonna start getting into the frame. The axle top, and then the hydro assist is gonna start getting up into the front of this frame, which is where that mount is for the grill. But I think we should be fine. This is where she's gonna end up being. See how much straighter the links are? The links are a lot straighter. Like even from overhead, it's much straighter. So I like where it is both ways. Like it's very straight now. So yeah, this is where she's gonna end up being. So we're gonna tack it on there a little bit more. And then we're gonna finish fitting it underneath the truck. Sorry, excuse me. We're gonna finish fitting it underneath the Jeep. We're gonna get the links on it and stuff before we fully weld it. One other thing I wanna check and make sure is that we can get a diff with gear in that bottom hole. And I'll show you guys that later. But for right now, I think we're gonna call it for the day. You happy with it? Mm-hmm. Sick. Thing looks bad.
Do I think it could be better? I just want my welds to be perfect. It'll get there one day. One day.
One day. We have to put the motor and trans back in it so that we can get the axle set up and we can get the upper links in the right spot. And we noticed that there is a gash in her oil pan, so we ordered a low clearance, high volume oil pan off of Summit. And we're waiting for that to get here so that we can put the motor and trans back in so that we can get the links, get all the links located in this thing so we can move on to the next step. But we got a couple other things we gotta do around the shop real quick. So stay tuned for that. We'll get back to this in a couple of days. But as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more shop videos for you soon. Remember, you can get all your Lite Brite merch and decals at
LiteBriteStudios.com.
Thanks. Bye.
It's cute, isn't it?
Me? Oh.
We're admiring your little cart for the plasma.
Yay!
We'll give it the full walk around. Check it out.